ahead of a virtual meeting between UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson and Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi, Britain and India announced private sector investment worth $1.39 billion. The meeting replaces an in-person visit Johnson had planned to make last month to deepen cooperation, as Britain seeks new trading partners after leaving the European Union. That visit was cancelled due to surging COVID-19 cases in India. The trade and investment package unveiled by the British government contains over £533 million of new Indian investment into the UK, covering areas such as healthcare and technology. This includes an investment of $240 million by the Serum Institute for its vaccines, clinical trials and research and development. British businesses have also secured new export deals with India worth more than £446 million. British estimates showed that the deals could create more than 6,500 jobs in Britain. The two countries will also finalise an enhanced trade partnership that will lift export barriers on goods ranging from British apples to medical devices, and took steps to open up India's legal services sector to UK firms. The partnership deal is seen as a step towards a full free trade agreement that Britain hopes will, by 2030, double bilateral trade. Currently, trade between India and Britain is around £23 billion per year. Now, anchor WION's London Bureau Chief, Mandy Clark, is still with us from London. Mandy, Britain and India announced private sector investments worth $1.39 billion. What does this entail for the UK and India?
It looks to be enormously beneficial for both sides. This is, of course, on the backdrop of Brexit, where, Britain is really looking to boost those trade links to countries around the world. Even when Brexit was in the early days, he really focused on countries that have historical and cultural ties. And I think that India is front and center. So this is really part of that long-term strategy of really strengthening those ties when it comes to trade and information sharing. For the long term, it looks, if it all goes through, to really provide jobs, but also more opportunity for both sides.
And the Serum Institute and several other Indian companies have decided to invest in the UK. Can you elaborate on that?
So the UK is really leading when it comes to the research of vaccines. Of course, the Oxford AstraZeneca was one of the first ones to be developed, but it was developed in partnership. So really, it's these education institutions that are leading the charge when it comes to these developments of vaccines. And India is the leading supplier of creating pharmaceuticals and vaccines. It's a natural fit for both sides, where you have those expertise in the production coming together. And really going forward, that's where the UK sees its strength in, healthcare and pharmaceuticals. India is a natural strength there when it comes to the development, and it will also allow for information sharing. So it is a big investment, but it looks for a long-term strategy. And of course, we don't think COVID is going to go away. It will remain for a few years in many forms. And if there are always lots of other medical concerns, I know COVID has been dominating the global news agenda, but in the long term, this will continue to be a very important relationship going forward.
Thank you, Mandy, as ever, for your insights.